Here it goes, everybody, because they will continue to play Danganronpa Antebellum. Where were we? Body discovery and no, investigation part 2. Right. Have you found something, Takiko? Yeah, take a look at these. Takiko filled up some. Oh, not. Takiko lifted up some small butted shards and a broken broom head, letting me get a closer look at them. This was right by the door. I wonder what it was used for. It was probably jammed into the door. Likely what stopped me from just walking in. If it wasn't there, I wouldn't have had to slam open the door with the force I did. It sort of looks like it was lodged in the door and broken by someone trying to force their way into the room. Yeah, that would make sense, wouldn't it? I think you might be along the right lines here, Takiko. And you were the second one to get here? Yeah, liar. Are you sure you didn't see anyone else on your way down here? Anyone on this side of the prison? Can't say I did, sorry. Maybe it happened last night. It is still pretty early in the morning. Honestly, I'm surprised so many of us were up before the BDA. We haven't even had our usual 11 a.m. meetings. Right, that's also a possibility. Okay. I'm starting to wonder if Molly set this all up to make me kill her. That bitch. She likely wanted her suicide to have value. It's really looking that way. If that's the case, then would only be respecting her final wishes to at least try not to die. Put up some kind of fight for her. As awful as it makes me feel. Fucking really? You're interpreting it in that way? Making up excuses against Shinku? No wonder Ezekiel hates you so much. I could see his perspective now. I just didn't want to think about it too hard. I'm going to keep looking around for more evidence. You do the same, okay? Right. Okay. Let's see. I was bent over inspecting the various weights that were scattered around Molly's body. She picked one up, inspecting it. Looks to be from the gym. That explains some things. How so? Zeke's been complaining for a while about weights going missing. It's not been too bad because it's only really the low weight ones, but he's been complaining about it regardless. Seems the killer had been taking them. They must have been planning this for a bit, or at least since yesterday. See, I wasn't even aware we had this many weights. Well, I guess you don't really go to the gym all that much, do ya? Suppose not. Anyway, the way they're all scattered makes it seem like they were in that box over there. I'm guessing it toppled over or something. Maybe that would make sense. I'm just surprised no one heard anything when it fell. Me too. Liar. Lyra stared at me for a moment, as if there was something she wanted to say but couldn't. It was making me nervous. I should try to investigate elsewhere. I don't want to be confronted here, not in front of these people. Fu seemed to be inspecting the toppled over wooden box, lifting it up and inspecting its sides. Be careful with that, we don't want to break any potential evidence. Yeah, I am. Don't you worry, kid. Just had to confirm something. That being... Fu pointed to the rope that had been attached to the box. The rope here is connected to the rope around her neck. It's one big contraption. You see, the wooden box is also a little battered. It could just be from the general state of decay everything in this hellhole seems to have, but you know, better to be safe than sorry. Okay. I just don't really understand what the purpose of all this is. I'll figure it out, I'm sure. There seems to be a second rope extending to the door. Can't tell you what it's for. Might just be the excess or just there to confuse. My neck. Maybe if we could take a closer look, there might be a hook or something. Just some sort of indication of where the rope might have been tied to. That's what I'm looking for right now, but it's kinda hard to tell. Especially with everything else going on here. Let's see. Please don't be anything, please don't be anything, please don't be anything. Just be careful on your toes there, kid. Huh? I looked down and there was a bunch of undiscernible scrap metal and plastic under the box. Did something get crushed? It could just be some of the usable debris that seems to be everywhere around here. You know, this stuff makes it annoying as hell to walk anywhere. But it's probably worth a note of. It's sharp. Yeah. I'll keep looking about. No doubt we'll find something to piece it all together. Hopefully. You better fight this time, kid. Huh? Kinda hated her, especially near the end, but I know you did care about her. Pinky, that is. But you never really stepped up when it counted. He's right. I kept what I knew about her truth from you because I thought maybe, I don't know, if you didn't know you'd at least have something you cared enough about your life to fight for. Wanted to force you to step up and make a stance to do something. It's too late for that. Don't make excuses for yourself now. Fight this time. You owe her that much. Hell, you owe yourself that much. I'm not going to use her death to prove anything to myself. That would just be disrespectful. Whatever you say. I should leave him to investigate. This isn't going to help right now. I think that might be everything. Seriously, that's hardly anything. There has to be more. Maybe the body itself will give us more information. I doubt it. I feel like it's a pretty open and cut case. It's pretty clear what happened to her. Still, an autopsy might reveal something. I think an autopsy is a little bit out of our collective skill sets here. I could try and get the doc. She might be able to. Before Fu could finish the sentence, two people rushed into the room, clearly both a bit out of breath. Apologies, I came back as fast as I could. Shinka, are you? Miss Minnie froze as she saw Molly's body. She's really... Alora, you're back. Who was the other body? Is Zeke okay? I saw him just this morning, but... Is Suki safe? It was Taka. It's really not a pretty sight either. Oh. What? But he was just starting to do better. I know. He can't be. I don't particularly want to talk about it right now. Have you managed to find anything here? Bits and pieces, we just haven't been able to investigate the body yet. Alright, let's do it quickly. We don't have much time left. Dr. Elenis immediately sprang into action. It seemed she was distracting herself from her recent loss by focusing on the situation at hand. I wish I had the same level of conviction. My head was a mess. Could someone help me get Yuzuki down? It would make this easier. Can't really conduct any proper autopsy in her current position. I stayed quiet. I didn't think I'd be much help. Even if I was strong enough, I don't think I can handle it emotionally. I'll help. Let's just get this over with. I'll help as well. It's the least I can do. The three of them helped hoisted Molly down, careful not to damage the rope around her neck, not wanting to destroy any potential evidence. They got her down and Dr. Elenis quickly got to examining the body, knowing it was pointless, but... Is there any way of saving her? Reviving her? Please, just... Seriously? Shinku. It's been a while, Shinku. She's already cold. Even if we got into her earlier, there wouldn't have been any way. I'm sorry. I know that was the case. I knew that already, but... Maybe if I gotten her down immediately after I entered the room, I could have helped her. But if her neck was already broken when she was hoisted up, you know what? Let's continue on with our performative, whatever you call it. This performance, so that everyone can feel bad about me and not suspect me, hopefully, in the trial. At least then it would have been quite painless, but I should have done something. I should have tried to get her down, even if it wouldn't have helped anything, even if she could have been saved. There's clear signs of strangulation, oxygen deprivation, no blood in her hands, no sign of struggle. There's something the matter. I'm going to get the noose off of her neck. I want to inspect her neck further. There's something off here. Wang, you hold on to it. I don't want the contraption getting damaged. Let me just... Before Dr. Elenis could continue, an announcement sounded throughout the room. Already? The monitor switched on.
Your investigation time is now over! Make your way to the warden's office immediately. The trial will commence shortly. Anyone who fails to attend will be punished severely, which I really don't want to do considering how few of you there are now. See you soon, prisoners!
Well, that was quick. It really went by so fast we didn't even get to... It's fine, we got a good enough idea. She likely died from the hanging. Likely died. I mean, yeah, that's obvious. I just wish I could tell her if her neck was broken or not. Does it really matter? No, but I think it would grant me a peace of mind. If her neck snapped, it would have been a lot quicker and a lot less painful than if she was left to suffocate to death from hanging. Yeah, that's what I was saying in the previous video. Oh god. Her neck must have snapped. That's it. It must have been that. It had to be that. I think I heard a snappy sound. I must have. Wang, time and place. Right. We should probably get going. I don't want to keep the others waiting. Right, we should. Let's go. That's all the time they get, yeah. The others slowly filtered out, but my legs just wouldn't move. I stayed standing by Molly's body, my gaze heavy on her, on what I'd done. As I was staring, I heard a quiet voice behind me. I always tried to stop myself from getting close to her. I disagreed with her actions a lot. I thought she should really grow up. But on the other level, I understood it. Sometimes when you care about someone, you'll do anything to protect them, even if it's monstrous, even if they don't ask for it. I thought maybe I finally found someone who was a little like me in a way. But I hardly thought I even had the right to talk to her after pushing her to attempt. I saw what you were doing, how you saw her as a second chance. I don't know if you used her to fill in for Draco or someone else. But I always thought, if I was in your shoes, I'd likely do the same. Should have seen her as her own person sooner, maybe then. We need to stop getting hung up on the maybes, Shinko. Both of us. I know. I'm just scared. I feel like I failed her. I feel awful. She can't be gone. She can't. I'm so sorry. I'm scared. I don't want to be alone. I don't want to lose anyone else. I can't take it. Shinko, hey. I felt a hand on my shoulder. No matter what happens, no matter what this game throws at us, neither of us are giving up. Not going anywhere, you're not going anywhere. No matter how much it hurts, no matter who we lose, we'll have each other, we promise, remember? Right, that promise, with the pins. Oh god. So don't get down on yourself just because this game keeps taking people away from us. Composure was slipping. It was clear Molly's death was getting to her more than she was letting on. Because that's going to take us away from us. It can't. We're keeping that promise no matter what. Yeah, promise was already broken. Right, no matter what. It felt awful. Let's go join the others. I don't want to risk getting punished. Right. Thank you, Smini. I'm glad you're my friend. Me too. I really was an awful person. Yup. I could have told you. I've been telling you that since a while now. I will kill Shinko Katsuki. We all gathered in the hallway outside the warden's office, intermingling and exchanging the evidence we found. I was honestly in shock how someone could put Chanko through such an agonizing death. I was glad I didn't have to see the corpse. But it was shocking that he was gone, just like that. Admittedly though, I was spaced out through a lot of the conversation. As the trial approached, the reality of my situation seemed to dawn on me more and more. But I was snapped back into reality with Dr. Alenius' usual authoritative tone. Authoritative. Before we get into the trial, there's something I'd like us to all agree on. I know some of the secrets revealed last night were controversial. I know everyone likely has a lot to say on them, or at least questions they'd like to ask. Yeah, no shit, I got a few. But given we get limited time at the trial, I think it would be best that we avoid discussing them unless they naturally come up as potentially relevant to the murders. That makes sense. I don't particularly want to go on an unrelated tangent on them. It'll just distract from the case at hand. If you have any questions about mine, you can ask later. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. That's all well and good, but I feel like there kinda is a secret that already feels pretty irrelevant. Huh? Yeah, I mean, I wasn't gonna say anything, but if we're looking for a murderer, we probably want to address the person who killed their mother. Hey, think about this logically. If she was some cold-blooded murderer, wouldn't that have been her crime? No, it's okay. I should probably explain. I'd rather not share, but it really wouldn't do any good if I didn't. I really don't want to muddle the case or have people skewed towards thinking I'm the culprit. Kid, are you sure? We already have 2 bodies on our hands. I feel like this is already going to be complicated as it is. I don't want to complicate it further. Then what exactly is the deal with that whole thing? I did kill my mother, but I didn't mean to. My mother died giving birth to me. That's what they mean by that. Oh, I knew it. Oh, well, that's not bad at all. I don't know why anyone would give a shit about that. Well, she could be lying. It's an easy cover-up. I'm really not, I promise. It's something I've carried with me my whole life. I saw the way Sachi and my dad looked at me, and they didn't say it out loud. How could they? But it always felt like they blamed me. They would sometimes just look at me, and I could tell what they were thinking. I could tell they wished my mom was alive instead of me. Sometimes it felt like things would have been a lot easier if I was never born at all. Yikes, kid. Kiko. I'm sorry. I hope that clears things up. We should probably go to the trial now. Kiko, don't apologize. It breaks my heart every time I hear you say that about yourself. 'Cause your life is so unbelievably valuable, Kiko. Everyone's is. No one should ever feel like they don't have a right to live. No one at all. Stop comforting me, please. Huh? It's not fair on you. Not at all. I'm so sorry, Sugi. You've just lost. I can't imagine what you're going through. I should be the one comforting you right now. I'm just being selfish. I shouldn't be getting emotional about this. I'm sorry. I'm just so sorry all of this is happening. I'm sorry it's gone. Him and Molly's. It's a lot, isn't it? I really don't know how I'm keeping it all together, honestly. Well, we need to figure this out for both of them. I know that for sure. And Mananeko and what the word is like, what's taking these guys so long? And even if it hurts a lot right now, even if we got imagine a world without him, even if I'm only holding on by telling myself that by some miracle I'll see him again and he'll be okay. At least at the end of this all, we'll still have each other. If nothing else, that gives me strength. No matter what happens, this game hasn't taken everything yet. Sugi. I wasn't entirely sure to trust Akiko on what she said her secret meant, but seeing how close this all hit to home, it was becoming more believable. Still, I hardly had time to deliberate on it further before we were interrupted. Yeah, all very touching and all that, but we do have a trial to get to, in case you forgot. Right, we should get to that. Very few words were exchanged between us as we entered the warden's office, despite having only done it once, before it had started to become routine. Although for some reason I felt like I was slowly approaching my coffin this time, the air felt suffocating. I both wanted nothing more than to just go to that awful trial room and get it all over with, but the idea of being in there made me nauseous. I wanted time to stand still. All I knew is I did not want to talk to her right now, but as expected. So I'm guessing we weren't the biggest fans of Truth and Dare then. Understatement of the fucking century. It was a bit better than the hostages, I'll give you that. Well, I believe we went over it earlier, but I'll say it again. As a murder has occurred, all dares today are rendered null. Whether you've done them or not, your truths today won't be revealed. Wait, so burning the pen was yup, you fucking moron. So any dares we did today were all for nothing, yup. Which sucks for you guys, since a bunch of you got up early to complete your dares. Well, I'm sure most of us didn't expect to suddenly find 2 bodies. Honestly, I didn't expect that either. Seriously, 2? But I'm not complaining. Seriously, I didn't expect something like this until at least our 3rd trial, but I guess it makes sense for our reduced scope for it to be earlier. But 2 murders? Goodness, you guys got excited. Yeah, a bit too excited if you ask me. Boo, fun sponge. Light it up, double the bodies, double the views. Just to get things straight here, what exactly are the rules with that? Oh, well, if both were done by the same killer, usual rules apply. It's basically just the same as it would be if there was only one victim. The second victim is totally irrelevant. And if there are 2 killers, only the first one will count. The second murder is null and void. Oh, fuck. So that means Shinko gets to live? No! Completely? Yeah, the killer of whoever died first is the person you need to find. That'll be who gets executed. So one of the 2 would have died for nothing. Yep. So, great. That's 1 life down the drain for nothing. Oh, come the fuck on. You don't get to start acting disappointed about that when you're the one who shoved us in here in the first place and told us to kill each other. Yeah, well, I didn't think you'd be this eager. Oh, really now? I thought you believed you were all awful, terrible ultimates, or whatever your ridiculous movement believes. I do, absolutely. You've done nothing but prove that point, but we've been stalling long enough. Let's get going to the elevator. Yeah, might as well. It's gonna be a long one, isn't it? Yeah. But we'll figure it out, I'm sure. Right, we did it before, we can definitely do it again. We have to. Yeah, we do, and we're gonna. One by one, everyone stepped into the elevator. I was about to join them when... 2 in a row, you're getting real lucky, you know. Huh? First Raquel, now Molly. You think we go 3 for 3? Yeah. We're going for Shinku Bingo. Shut up. How on earth does that make me lucky? One close person dying to you practically already guarantees your survival. 2, now that brings so much potential for Ankslop. It's incredible. Let me tell you, Shinko, you should be grateful they died. All your juicy dynamics, all your juicy losses, all your questionable behavior, you've become one of the most popular prisoners we have. Is this enjoyable for you, my misery? More so the way you handle it. What do you mean? You're like a car crash, you know, awful and terrible, but you can't look away. Great. But don't you worry, since you've become pretty popular, I'll make this trial a little easier for you. Can't have the game end here when you've got content this juicy. But if I win, then you'll see. Anyway, off you go, chip chop. Right. I felt a weird sense of guilt that I was getting this help from Mononeko, but in a weird way it felt nice to get something out of my own misery. Anyway, I quickly stepped into the elevator. I didn't want the others suspecting anything because I took too long to get there. Despite this being our only second time here, the elevator felt significantly emptier now. It was weird to think already a quarter of us were gone. I remember last time I was here, Draco stood right next to me. He seemed really nervous back then. I thought it was just because of Mint's death, but now I realize why. But even so, he gave me a reassuring smile. I barely registered it. I was so focused on getting to the trial. If he was able to smile even while knowing he was descending to his comfort, why couldn't I? Maybe I was just as much of a coward as he was. It had started to dawn on me the decision that lay before me. Molly, I killed you, didn't I? If I did, then I could fight tooth and nail to try not to be caught. I quietly let myself fade into the back, feign ignorance. Maybe I'd be able to live with myself if I didn't think I was actively a part of it. But if I did that, if I somehow won this trial, then everyone would die. My promise would be fully broken. Lol. Come on, man. All those lives, I couldn't do that, could I? But if I did it in the case that Molly set this up, that sacrificed her life to get me out, then wouldn't that be throwing away her life? I didn't know what to do. And this was only if her death occurred first, which I was starting to believe was unlikely after what I heard about Taka's death. But if that was the case, then her death was all for nothing. Yeah, I know, right? How on earth was I meant to live with that on my back? If the riot group meant the blood was on her hands, even if I didn't get executed in this trial, even if I was the second killer, I'd be as good as dead. People would feel more justified killing a murderer, after all. One thing was clear to me, though. I knew one thing for certain. Riku, Molly, Mint, even you, Taka. And most importantly, Akari. I'll see you all soon. Please be Zeke, please, please, please. What does that mean?
I won't bother you with the details. You know how this works.
Wait, what? There's no, what do you call that? Any way to review my truth bullets or something? That's kind of unfair. By the way, this is start of trial. This is only be the investigation part because I'm good at it here because I have to prepare for work now. So this is Danganronpa Antebellum. If you want to try the game for yourselves, the links in the description that is all for today. Stay safe and take care of yourselves. What the hell happened? I thought there was going to be like a fucking way to read up on all the truth bullets first before we proceeded to trial. Was I thinking of something else? Was I thinking of another fan game? Maybe. Was it Move? Move it. Man, that game's fucking... That fan game is just too overbloated and repetitive with all its flashbacks and all its nonsense that we have already seen before, and it's just fucking... I like the mystery, but the way we fucking got there was too much. Too much repetition. And this... and for Danganronpa... Danganronpa. Yeah, I feel like... who's gonna be the killer here? I don't know. It's probably... I mean, yeah, Shinko. It'd be funny if Shinko was the one that actually got executed, but I doubt it, because he's the main protagonist, maybe around chapter 4 or 5. And then Liar takes over or something, I don't know. So maybe I'm gonna have to rewatch rewatch the previous video in order to see the truth of bullets and take bullet points about it or something. Yeah, so this is Danganronpa Antebellum. If you want to try the game for yourselves, the links are in the description. That is all for today. Stay safe and take care of yourselves.